minute. I've been moved to Omaha.
An inmate at the Douglas County Jail. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, hang up or press. Your current balance is $37.33. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. For more information about our privacy policy, please visit www.connectnetwork.com. After the beep, press 5 to accept this call. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. Stay on the line to accept this call. Thank you for using GTL.
I don't consent to recording my call. I'll be real brief. First of all, I want to thank the kind individual in Florida that sent me some very nice photos. That really was a blessing. Thank you to my friend across the pond who is sending me information, and specifically the most recent letter referencing the quote, 5 civilized tribes in Oklahoma that appear to be taking back control of the entire eastern half of the state of Oklahoma, given the fact that they never surrendered their rights to their land through those treaties, so they still retain their sovereignty in that land. There's a lady at the University of Oklahoma. She is a law professor named Judith Royster, R-O-Y-S-T-E-R, Judith, J-U-D-I-T-H, R-O-Y-S-T-E-R, is a law professor at the University of Tulsa. She appears to specialize in Indian law. If someone can reach out to her with our situation, given the fact that the Chilcotin Nation is recognized as a sovereign First Nation by Canada, as well as tacitly by this country, given the fact that that is recognized, the country of the Chilcotin, which is a part of the Chilcotin Nation, operating through the CNC, Chilcotin National Congress, and the hereditary chiefs, which have forever been the power base, Grand Chief Stanley Stump Sr.'s appointment of me as their ambassador would be valid and irrespective of recognition by the United States, as it says in their own law. The United States has no jurisdiction over me at all, and the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations clearly says upon notification to the State Department that I have protection. And the State Department in this country was notified by the Chilcotin Nation the first month of January 2016, and subsequently in 2017 they recognized me effectively via authorization or confirmation, which is the same as authorization of my A1 visa, which is a diplomatic visa. Therefore, they know I'm here. They recognize me. Regardless if they accept me, that's irrelevant. They can say, no, we don't recognize you, leave the country, fine. But they can't not recognize me. They've already done that, and this court is totally ignoring that. And I think that Judith might have some insight into perhaps an avenue that I could take to try to put a stop to this tyrannical prosecution and gain my release.
All right. Well, very good, Mike. I pray that those people can be reached with your situation. I did get a letter from your wife, Pat. She said she's doing well. She loves you. She wanted me to send her some books, or anybody that had the resources. And so I think I sent her the Odyssey by Homer, the Iliad by Homer, and a Spanish book on how to learn Spanish. I think she wants to learn Spanish. But she said she's doing well, and she's just mentioned that she's she wanted any books on beekeeping, candle making, raising goats, building animal or housing shelters, medicinal herbs, animal adult coloring books, and she really wants pictures of animals. So if anybody can send her pictures of animals, I think that helps her spirits. Yeah,
the kind person that sent me the photos, perhaps perhaps if they could send Mrs. Parsons those as well at Aliceville down in Alabama, the FCI facility, that would probably help her. There is a document that I've created that Pat Tapta got to me back in February that I was trying to get sent out, but I didn't because I didn't have her affidavit. I'm still going to send that out. They may try to come after me and claim me practicing law without a license, even though my God-given right, as me and Pat were joined as one in our marriage. That's a covenant between me and Pat and our God that no man has any authority over at all. That makes us one. That makes her as part of me as part of her. I have an inherent God-given recognized right in most civilized worlds, perhaps not this banana republic at the moment, but in most civilized worlds, that allows me the right to petition a court on behalf of my wife. I will do that in spite of the potential that they might try to come after me and claim I'm practicing law without a license. But I'm also going to send Mrs. Parsons a copy of that, and if she can take it and correct the heading so that it's from her in case they ignore me, then she can file it on her own, because I don't know of any bar card lawyer out here that's willing to do anything like this simply because it's all political.
Yeah. I don't have faith in any lawyer. I've never met a good lawyer my whole life. Everybody keeps talking about they know one or they've met one, but I've never met one. So,
yeah, if they were out there, they would be falling over themselves to get on top of the cases that you're putting forth.
Yeah,
and that speaks volumes. The fact that there is total silence from the Bar Association and to help these people means they're behind it, they're complicit in it, and or they're responsible for allowing it and or creating these scenarios. Otherwise, they don't give a damn.
Yeah.
They're doing nothing about it, frankly. I have no faith in them, and from what I know, they're an offshoot of the London Lawyers Guild, which is tied into the destruction of this country through the American Communist Party, and they hate people like us that want to be free. They hate what America stands for. What the Native Americans taught the Europeans is to how to live independent, self-sufficient, self-governing. To be free Americans, nowhere else in the world was that happening, and they didn't dare let it stand here because then other people might want to be free around the rest of the world, and they might shut down their criminal operations of control and power worldwide.
Yeah. Hey,
freedom is infectious. Once people see it and experience it, they want it.
Yeah. Hey, there is a paragraph in this letter that maybe I should read it. It says, "Tell Mike that I love him. I am guessing that when you hear about a trial date, you will email me and let me know. Mike should know that I have never been handcuffed, and it might be best if he can arrange a video testimony from me if he is still going to call me as a witness." She says, "Take care and keep up the fight." There's also another paragraph. It says, "I spoke with Mike's mom this week. She sounded good and glad to hear from me. I try to call her as often as I can, if only so she can hear in my voice that I am okay. I think it will help with her stress levels, and at her age and in her health, she needs little stress as possible. She told me when she dropped off the trailer off that the property was really grown up. That is one chore I do not miss." And then she goes on to talk about, maintenance on the mowers, and I completely can relate to that because I got to maintain my mowers too. But in any event, that was the basics of it. I did email her and said that you may have a trial on August the 6th, but that was unconfirmed. I don't know any details,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that stuff is so fluid, it changes. I had a trial scheduled for February the 6th, I believe. Then that was continued to March 26th, and then that was continued. I've never asked for continuance once, and I've filed a motion to dismiss, citing that they've continued this matter without my consent, without the proper requirement. The rules require that the judge has to specify that the ends of justice are met by this. Well, she didn't do that when she continued the matter for the U.S. Attorney back in August or September, October. Whenever he filed that, he did it specifically to get a okay, all right, and she totally ignored the fact that he did not follow through with the purpose of his motion was to get a court order. He never even applied for that court order. I've got to hop off the phone.
All right. I am not passing messages from Sue, but I'm just telling you what's publicly knowledgeable. She is still free. The United States and Canada are fighting over who can stick a knife in her first. I don't have any dates, but she is still free, and she has very tight restrictions on any communications with you or Pat, which is like being in third grade, and we have this tyrannical government telling us who we can talk to and who we can't. I can't wait till we throw off these evil bastards. God bless you, Mike. We're praying for you.
God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for using GTM.